Hello, crafty friend. It is Trinae, and I'm dropping in to share this project or these projects that I created using the fortune teller tabby stamp and the reveal wheel dies, and these are both from Lawn Fun. The papers are from a little bit of everywhere, but I do love them. I love the look of the card. I love the dark moodiness. I usually don't do too much dark. I usually don't do dark and like moody, but oh my gosh, I love these cards, which as you can see I made two because I love them so much. So here's the first one, and it has "I predict your day will be," and this is in gold. And then I have this in gold. Let's see if I can get the light to show it a little bit better. It's kind of hard to record gold, but as you can see, it's like the gold foil. Really pretty. I added some embossing powder on the moons and then some glitter pen on like the stars. This paper is so beautiful, so I did like this. I don't know, I just love these cards. It's one of my favorites. So, and it has "I predict your day will be," really bright, and then it spins, very happy, super duper, filled with smiles. So as you can see, even the wheel changes color and it goes from light to dark. And I thought that was really cool to do with like a crystal ball. I don't know if you guys remember like Wizard of Oz when he has this little ball and she's like going through the tunnel and it's like smoke and mirrors and all those when she see. I don't know, I just thought this was like really cool, like the concept, and to me crystal balls are so cool. And this one is pretty much the same but different. The papers are a little bit different, so the back papers are different and then these papers are different. Everything else is pretty much the same. These were the same paper, and I used Copics, and I stamped out the saying on some gold foil paper using some StazOn ink. It's on a black card base for both of them, and the inside is black. One is a top fold, one is a side fold. So like I said, same but different. So that is my project for today. If you want to see like the process of how these cards came together, then I predict that you should keep watching. Ooh. Yeah. Oh, and I almost forgot. If you would like to win one of the Tabby stamps, or the fortune teller Tabby, let me say the whole name, the fortune teller Tabby stamps, then definitely look in the description below to see how to enter to win one of these really cool stamps. So I have a bunch of stuff on my desk. So let me walk you through what I'm using for today. So first up is the fortune teller Tabby with its cutout, with its die cut pieces. So I have that, and then I have the reveal wheel add-on square, and then the pieces for the reveal wheel. I have those on my craft mat, and I'm just gonna throw my die cuts into this basket until I'm ready to use them. It's an easier way of keeping up with them, and then I don't worry about them running off. So I have those for die cuts, and I have a card base that is 4 1/4 by 4 1/4, and this is just some black 110-pound cardstock. I have inks because you gotta have inks. So I'm using the VersaFine ink, and I'm using the Lawn Fundamentals jet black ink, if I can get it out, and I'm using some VersaFine Versa marker ink. So have those. Let's sit those out. I like to sit all my stuff out when I'm crafting, so that's why I have everything on my desk. All right, so for coloring, I only have 4 markers that I'm using today. So I have the C3, C5, C7, and E87 Copic markers, and these are what I'm going to use to color in my cat and some of those little gold pieces that are on him. And I have a little tray to the side that I put my markers in. Like, I love crafting in a clean space. All right, so let's talk about some of the papers that I'm using to decorate. So I'm using this one as a backdrop. So I want this project to have a moody feel to it. I don't want it to scream Halloween, but I want it to be very like gypsy, like have that gypsy boho vibe. So I'm using this paper, and this is from Recollections, and it's called Moonlit Manor. I purchased this last year during Halloween. It's like one of the Halloween collections, so I have that. And then I have these 2 papers. I'm doing a lot of fussy cutting and paper piecing throughout this project. So I have these 2 papers, and these are from the Moonlit Manor collection as well. So I think this collection had like a gold edition, and then it had like the matte edition. So this is the gold one, and then this one is just like matte black colors and some purples. So I'm using that as well. And then I wanted to bring in like some lighter pinks and purples. So I'm using the Moonstruck Pink Paisley collection. Like, I love this collection. It's very moody, and it has like a very boho vibe to it. And I just think it's so cute. I might end up making another one of these with just this collection, because how cute is this paper right here? Like, with the moons. I love it. And then it was another one. It's just so many of them in there that I like. So I had a hard time choosing which papers I wanted to use. And then this paper is from the Recollections collection, and it's called Boho. I purchased this probably like 3 years ago, and I'm pulling it out. So I really shopped my stash for papers and everything for this project. The thing that's new is the stamp from Line Fine. And last but not least, I'm using some acetate just to give the crystal ball like a glow type look. I want it to have a glassy look, so I'm using that paper for that. All right, so let's get started with stamping and cutting some stuff out. So this card came together really quick. So I stamped out the bottom half of my design, threw some heat embossing powder on there, and then heat set it so to have that shine on there. And then I came in and gave some dimension to the pleats using my Copic markers, and I used the color C3, and I think I used a little C5, and then I blended it out with the colorless blender to soften the edges. You can also use C0 or C1, but mine are dry, so I had to find something else. And I also added a little color at the top where the crystal ball is, just to make that area a little bit darker, because naturally it would be darker. And I like doing this with my paper piecing because it gives it dimension. So for my moons, I use the Versa marker, and I put that sticky ink right on the inside, and then I use some Gold Ranger embossing powder, and I gave my moons some glitter. And then in the little stars, I use a gel pen, and I filled those in, fussy cut it out, and that was it. So for my actual image, I stamped it onto some linen looking paper, heat embossed it, and then I colored it in using some Copics, pretty much the same colors, except for I used R20 for the nose and the little ear part of the cat. And I was trying to color him like a cat I used to have, with the little gray stripes. And I really liked the way he came out. He was cute. So after I colored my image, I took all those pieces of paper that I I'm using for paper piecing and stuck them on there. I also cut like a little headband out of that same paper that I used for the table. I did a crystal globe and put it all on there, and then did like the little die cut part for the circle part to give it some shape. So for the actual card, I used the reveal wheel square and cut out all my pieces, and for the bottom of my square I fussy cut that other paper and then trimmed it with the jelly roll pen, and this is like the glitter jelly roll, and look at that glitter, honey. It is so cute. It's very subtle, but once you see it, you know it's there. It's just like a little And so next is just putting the card together. I didn't go through how I set up the reveal. Lawn Fawn has a great video you can check out on how to do that. And I use some gold backing paper to serve as a mat for the actual reveal wheel part, and then I put that on to the actual card base using score tape. Y'all know I love me some score tape. It gets the job done. And it's just a really great hold. It works really good on like textured papers like the gold foil. It just works really good on those papers. And this is that pretty paper that mostly got covered up, but I still loved it. And once I got all my papers on there, I decided I didn't put a sentiment. So I tried to stamp it in black ink. It sucked. It did not look good. So I ended up stamping it using some stays onto some gold paper. And I put that on there. And I actually end up liking the gold paper better anyway. So it worked out in the end. It brought in a little bit more gold. And so last, I just added the little arrow to let the recipient know that it's an interactive card. So that's my card for today. If you want the opportunity to win one of these Fortune Teller Tabby stamps, then be a subscriber to my channel, leave a comment below, and then share this video with a crafty friend. And I will close the giveaway a week from today, and then I will make a video announcing who won the Fortune Teller Tabby. So that's it from me today. I will see you guys in the next one.